seats are so hard to get that even John Barnes was turned away from the Liverpool ticket office when he tried to buy a couple yesterday. And his birthplace, Jamaica, is one of over 50 countries who will watch the BBC coverage of this match. 10 are taking the transmission live, and Jan Molby is working for the Danish TV. Michel Platini is here for the French. And the projected worldwide audience is 200 million, the biggest ever, it's said, for an English League game.
Our feature match on the programme today from the First Division of the Barclays League is exhilarating, and it could hardly be more significant. It's Liverpool, the leaders, against powerful Arsenal. Now, maybe a lot of people here in Britain, and indeed around the world, are becoming rather tired of hearing of that remarkable Liverpool statistic. 22 league games this season without a single defeat. But I can tell you it's certainly causing enough fear and trepidation amongst their rivals. Not only have Liverpool opened up a 13-point lead at the top with this remarkable record, but do you know they've not so much as conceded a single goal in their last 6 games. Now, that really is enough to frighten anybody. But you can be sure that Arsenal, even though their form has wavered a little over the last few weeks, will arrive on Merseyside eager to halt this Kenny Dalglish march and do their own bit of morale boosting. Our commentator at Anfield, John Motson.
Well, Liverpool to kick off, attacking the Kop end with a very good record against Arsenal at Anfield in recent years. Liverpool have won 9 of the last 12 meetings here, including the last 6 in succession. And they get the first free kick against Tony Adams, who scored here in a defeat last season. But you have to go back to the 74-75 season to find an Arsenal victory here. They're in the yellow shirts today. Gillespie takes the kick. Header out was by Winterburn, playing at right back, and Barnes starts at outside left. Rocastle got the tackle in. Steve Nicol making a run forward. Ronnie Whelan. Gus Caesar, not a good clearance. McMahon, and that struck Adams as he came out. It's a corner. Everybody on the Kop so excited by this prolific Liverpool run. So much interest renewed in football this season, and nowhere more than here. Barnes has placed the ball on the far side, but he couldn't get it beyond Winterburn. This is Nicol trying to find Houghton. Barnes. Nicol again. Bent in, Aldridge was there, so was Adams. Martin Hayes. Arsenal know it's going to be a battle. In it goes again from Lawrenson. Adams heads it out. Gillespie. Houghton, number 9. The way George Graham has elected to play here is 2 big, strong men up the front. Starting the match together, Alan Smith and Niall Quinn. With the 4 there you can see in midfield. On by Quinn, Alan Hansen for Liverpool. Barnes. Richardson got a foot in. Back on Merseyside, former Everton player. And already Barnes looks as though he wants to turn it on today. Couldn't find Beardsley with the pass, but Liverpool never give up, and they got a corner anyway. Barnes, Winterburn, left-footed player on the right flank. Here's Rocastle. Smith. Oh, McMahon was there in front of Richardson, looking for Aldridge. Foul by Adams. Well, Arsenal have hardly been out of their own half in this opening 5 minutes. There are 4 in the wall. Barnes. Well, there's many an Arsenal supporter who would have loved to have seen John Barnes go to Highbury. He was actually a keen admirer of Arsenal when he lived in the south, was John. Forward by Adams. That was Smith. Oh, touch by Beardsley was tremendous. McMahon. Barnes. Beardsley again. It was Whelan onto Nicol and Caesar's header. Beardsley again. That's running away from him rather, but Peter Beardsley's first touch is so delicate and so precise. Visitors section there, housing the Arsenal faithful. Whelan, now Beardsley, Aldridge to his right, and Beardsley goes for goal. Some instant football being played here by Liverpool. Takes the kick. Helped on again by Beardsley to Barnes. And to Nicol by Beardsley. And Whelan makes the forward run. Kevin Richardson again having to defend. They've taken this one quickly. It's Nicol. It's his drive. Scored the winner at Highbury on the opening day of the season, Steve Nicol. Late in the game with a header. So a quarter of an hour of almost incessant Liverpool attacking. But Arsenal have shown that they can be dangerous on the break here. This is Williams to Rocastle. Barnes having to go back with him. Now Whelan. And Nicol. And Hansen. And Winterburn for Arsenal, who doesn't like using his right foot, but he's good with his left. Aldridge. Now the break could be on. Beardsley. Richardson in the way. McMahon had made the run on this side. Offside. Niall Quinn over on the far touchline. Nickel into Whelan. McMahon. Oh, the passing is so assured. He got it back from Beardsley. Thought about Lawrenson. Then he did go to Lawrenson. Aldridge waiting in the middle. 3 others also. There's Aldridge. Came off Steve Williams. Hansen. But Arsenal break out now. Williams is setting a good example in midfield for them. He's got the free kick. He's just letting Liverpool know that they're not going to have things quite their own way here. Smith and Quinn. Williams with the volley. Ever present this season, Steve Williams, and there could be quite a thorny contest in there today between him and Steve McMahon. Houghton. Gillespie. On by Aldridge. Helped on by McMahon. Touched by Beardsley. Aldridge. Barnes. Whelan. Lawrenson. Arsenal having to work hard to close down the many angles that Liverpool seem to invent with their passing. A long kick by Lukic. Quinn is on the end of it. Smith tried to get there. Just made the defence backpedal a bit there, Niall Quinn. Caesar with Aldridge. Whelan. Winterburn. Rocastle. And inevitably Barnes. Nickel to his left. 4 the other way for Liverpool. Beardsley couldn't trick Richardson. Good ball by Williams out of defence. Excellent pass. Rocastle. And Williams now links up again. Number 8, Hayes. Rocastle. Challenged by Hansen, but Arsenal have still got several players forward here. David Rocastle still only 20. Here he is again. Richardson. Trying to get Kenny Sansom free. Goalkeeper Mike Hooper, who played in both the cup ties against Stoke. Hansen. Oh, again, look at the touch from Beardsley. McMahon now. Lawrenson. Beardsley now joins the strikers. Aldridge is up there, so is Houghton here, number 9. Lawrenson. Houghton. Good disguised ball, Aldridge, Beardsley, Adams trying to get in the way, Lawrenson, Gillespie, and it finally breaks down because Liverpool had almost too many choices. John Barnes. Houghton. Nicol. Gave it away to Richardson now. Rocastle for Arsenal. In the way was Hansen. Aldridge beating Caesar. Sansom covering. Hayes. Tussle between Whelan and Williams. Hooks the ball clear. On by Quinn, looking for Smith. This is Gillespie. And now Sansom for Arsenal. Richardson. Winterburn's free on the right. Nicol goes to check him. Tony Adams is loping forward from his defensive position here, hoping to get something inside that penalty area from the throw. And he did. This is Adams. Well, chances against Liverpool at Anfield are few and far between, and it was a back player there that got into a good position. Tony Adams had to take that quickly on the volley. Wasn't a bad effort. Aldridge. And it was Sansom's header back. Smith. Lukic using the range of Smith and Quinn to try and drop his long kicks into the Liverpool danger zone. Here's Hayes. It's Richardson who's gone down injured. Beardsley. Houghton. Oh, Caesar was stretching a bit, but Winterburn wasn't. Arsenal still got Richardson out of the action. But look at this, it's Niall Quinn being put away there by Winterburn. Smith's in the middle, it's still Quinn, and it came off Nicol. Corner. Nigel Winterburn setting up that attack for Arsenal with a well-judged pass, but there'll need to be attention first now for one of his colleagues, Kevin Richardson. Who's receiving the sponge there from physiotherapist Gary Lewin on what looks to be a rather nasty stud mark. Well, for this corner, Hayes, Adams and Caesar are standing in the near post area. But it went straight to the goalkeeper. Free kick given against Rocastle for a foul on Hansen. Arsenal getting good backing from their travelling fans. They've only won one of their last 9 First Division games. This after a previous sequence of 10 consecutive victories. That was a header by Caesar, and it's been picked up by Quinn. had no problems filling this ground this season. Everybody seems to want to see just how long Liverpool can keep this run going. There's a buzz about the place with queues forming from early morning for the standing room on the Kop. Richardson with the header for Arsenal. Gillespie with Smith. Richardson tangles with Houghton. Referee in a very good position to see what happened. It gives Arsenal the chance to push Tony Adams forward again to support Quinn and Smith. Hanson's header, Barnes' touch, then Beardsley. Oh, having an inspired first half so far. This is Ray Houghton. Barnes coming in on it. Winterburn's header. Peter Beardsley, full of imagination. McMahon. Oof. Well, I think that was meant as a shot, but Gus Caesar hacked at it and got a touch. It's a corner. Aldridge standing on the goal line. Gillespie's forward. Flags up. Wouldn't have mattered had Gary Gillespie's header gone in, because the linesman on the far side may have actually signalled that ball went out. I think the bearded linesman there with the red trim on his flag, who is Keith Whittaker from Bolton, signalled that when John Barnes took that corner, there was so much swerve on the ball, it actually went behind the line and came back in again. Quinn, Smith, 2 6-footers combining. Now a shorter man here, Kenny Sansom, but a far taller one in Mark Lawrence. Adams. Well, Arsenal's first priority has to be not to concede anything to this rampant Liverpool machine. Houghton, Beardsley, Richardson, and Hanson finds Lawrenson. Good ball, Aldridge's header, then Richardson's, now Rocastle. Very tight in there. Sanson. But Ronnie Whelan up to Peter Beardsley. And they're trying to get Aldridge through the middle. That was Caesar. Aldridge to Beardsley. Barnes is here as well. And Houghton. And Whelan. Richardson tangling with Whelan. Play on, says the referee. Adams puts it forward. Looks a bit long for Quinn, and Mike Cooper comes out. Just under 15 minutes left in the first half at Anfield, and so far so good for Arsenal. They've kept Liverpool out, and the way things have gone this season, that in itself is something of an achievement. And now it's Hayes looking for Smith. And Williams and Whelan. Since Arsenal are defending the Kop end, where Liverpool traditionally do well, John Lukic will be very pleased so far to remain undisturbed. Those are awkward kicks, but Hansen and Gillespie have coped so far. Here's Lawrenson, but only to Richardson. Now Sanson. Well played by Houghton to McMahon. And now Liverpool can open things up on the other side if they so wish. This is Nicol. Whelan. That header was by Smith and then by McMahon. Oh, he was caught by Williams. I thought that might be a fairly spiky face-to-face at some stage during the game. Bush. Smith on Nicol. Only one team has stopped Liverpool from scoring here at Anfield this season. That was Norwich City in a 0-0 draw. Nicol. Adams and Beardsley. Smith. Hansen. Caesar comes through with the header. Martin Hayes. Two teams who know each other's play inside out here, having met in some key games, particularly last season. And, of course, on the opening day of this season. Here's Quinn. Free kick given against Mark Lawrenson. Adams, Quinn and Smith, 3 6-footers, all capable of switching positions here as these balls are drifted in by Williams. The Lions wanted him to pull the ball back a bit. Adams comes in at the back. McMahon. Richardson. Oof. Could be expensive. That was Aldridge to Houghton. Winterburn got to him, but only at the expense of a free kick. And a fairly strong warning there from referee Karen Barrett. Gus Caesar, who's in pain. Caesar is back in the action, and Barnes and Nicol are poised for this free kick for Liverpool. Lawrenson's made a run forward. Barnes took it. Aldridge in there. Winterburn and Nicol. Corner. And the Kop turn up the volume. Barnes. Nicol. Houghton. Didn't fool Sanson. Hansen away from Rocastle. And now McMahon. Well, Arsenal's carefully laid plans to frustrate Liverpool where possible at that end seem to have so far come to fruition. We've got about 7 minutes left in the first half. Not many chances. See the Arsenal bench there. Theo Foley standing looking at his watch with Groves and Thomas, the two subs today. Tony Donnelly down there, the kit manager. Here's Houghton. Sanson. Played by Lawrenson. Hayes got a foot in though. Arsenal quite prepared today to slug it out with Liverpool. It was always going to be that sort of game. But nicked by McMahon. Winterburn away. They had to consider a lot of corners on that side as Liverpool push forward down the left. They've taken it short again, but Arsenal don't seem too happy with Gus Caesar's fitness at the moment. This is Whelan to McMahon. Referee has told Gus Caesar how long there is to go to half-time. I've a feeling as McMahon strikes this shot just over the bar that the Arsenal number 5, who's in today because O'Leary is being rested with his own injury. I don't think Gus Caesar at this moment is at full throttle. A foul by Quinn on Gillespie. Oof, McMahon's pass nearly intercepted by Rocastle. Oof, McMahon in on Winterburn. 5 minutes left in the first half. Kenny Sanson going the long route, but finding a clearly impaired Gus Caesar there. Arsenal will be hoping he can hang on for 5 minutes. This is Whelan. Beardsley, Barnes. Flag was up for offside. Referee saw an advantage to Liverpool. Hayes. It's a foul by Aldridge on Adams. Adams again. Hayes. Sanson. Gillespie. Beardsley the chasing forward between the two defenders. Adams was always favourite. Gillespie jumping with Smith. Neither of them really made contact with that. Lawrenson drove it into Quinn. This is Adams. Lawrenson. Williams. It's all rather inconclusive at the moment. Liverpool's pattern in the opening quarter of an hour wasn't maintained, or Arsenal, shall we say, broke it up. And since then, it's been a match of bits and pieces, really. Smith. Hayes. And John Barnes got a foot in there. Now it's Lawrenson with Quinn. Houghton with Smith. And in fact, Lawrenson fell onto a cameraman's box there. But the foul was given against Niall Quinn. Well, a couple of minutes left in the first half, and as we saw at Ipswich last Sunday, never a bad time to score. But then what is? Just sometimes that the psychological effect of a goal coming up to the half-time whistle can determine how a team feels. Here's McMahon. Oh, and Whelan's in there, and Caesar came across. And the linesman is flagging, not for a penalty, I don't think. He's flagging that I think the ball may have gone over the line when Lukic collected it, is he? Well, Karen Barrett has acknowledged the flag. The cop thought there might have been a handball against Caesar. I don't think that was the case. But he's given the ball to Barnes nonetheless. Good running by Barnes. Oh, Sansom needed to get a foot in there. Whelan. Now Rocastle to Smith. And Williams. Into the last minute of the first half here at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. Nickel for Liverpool. Given away, Winterburn. Rocastle for Arsenal. And Hansen, who's made some good interceptions in this half, showing the leadership you'd expect of the experienced captain to stop Rocastle there. Looking for Nickel. Barnes took on Caesar. Still Barnes, brilliant. Houghton couldn't convert. McMahon free in the way. Tony Adams got a foot to it. Well, McMahon won that back wonderfully well. Beardsley. Oh, a goal for Aldridge. Right on half-time, it's John Aldridge. What about McMahon's contribution there? Absolutely fantastic. No wonder they're shaking his hand. He won it back on the touchline, motored away, free facing him, into Beardsley. Lukic narrowing the angle at the near post, got a hand to it, but look at Aldridge. That's the poacher's position. And John Aldridge makes it 20 goals for the season, 19 of them in the league. And Arsenal crack just before the half-time whistle. Aldridge won't score a simpler goal, but the work that went into it by McMahon, and before that by others when the original attack was cleared, including John Barnes, was memorable. And there'll be a roar as they go off, because the half reached a great climax with one of the Liverpool goals that will be discussed in its own way for quite a while. The finish was a formality, but what preceded it could be enjoyed over and again. And a lot of that ovation will be for the players who contributed to the build-up. Half-time score at Anfield, Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0.
Back for the second half after the break.
So Arsenal have now got to try and do what they achieved in the Little Woods Cup final last season. That's come from behind against Liverpool. But somehow you think it's harder at Anfield than it is at Wembley. On by Quinn. This is Nicol. That was Winterburn. Good header. Williams. Hansen. Aldridge will be pleased to have reached the 20 mark in first team goals this season. 9 in fact have been penalty kicks. And he also scored on the opening day at Highbury with a header. So in a sense he's done a personal double over Arsenal this season. Here's Kevin Richardson. Oh, it's not a bad ball at all. Martin Hayes. And the cross here for Rocastle. Off the line, Alan Hansen, I think. Keeper beaten. The Liverpool captain saved them on the line. And huge sighs of relief from the Liverpool contingent, because Arsenal almost started the second half the way that Liverpool finished the first. It was an inspired run. Hayes was over on the left and Lawrenson couldn't get to it. It was a lovely floated cross. David Rocastle got the half strike on it, but it didn't have the power to beat Hansen. Here's Hayes again. Sansom. Just a warning there for Liverpool then, and here they are now with Houghton. And Michael Thomas, versatile player. We've seen him at right back. He can play midfield. He's centre half allegedly here, but he's on the left wing. And there are two in the middle. Still Thomas. Goal kick. Well, George Graham and Theo Foley must have inspired a few people in the dressing room at half-time, because Arsenal have started this second half full of ideas. George is down there pointing there. It's rather un-Liverpool-like, but it gives them the chance, perhaps quite intentionally, to make the switch, because Mark Lawrence, who kicked the ball out, has been nursing a bit of a knock, and he's coming off the pitch, shaking his head. He can't carry on, which is bad luck on him, but it gives Nigel Spackman the chance to make what's become a fairly rare appearance. Down to the tunnel goes Lawrenson. So he's injured, and so is Venison at the moment. In that position, one of the few in the Liverpool team to have changed hands 2 or 3 times, and Nigel Spackman, in fact, has gone into the right-back spot as a straight replacement. Quinn, Rocastle. Again, he didn't strike the ball well, but this is Smith. Richardson. Deflection off Whelan, was it? Certainly a corner. Well, Arsenal will be encouraged by the way they've started the second half. Williams to take the corner. Hayes and Adams near post. Barnes away, as far as Kenny Sansom anyway. Here's Rocastle, and that will run on. Gathered it was a shin injury which caused Mark Lawrenson to leave the pitch. McMahon. Gillespie covering behind Hansen. And Steve Nicol, not a good clearance. Williams. Rocastle. Winterburn. Lofting it in towards Hayes. It came off Quinn, actually, by accident. Spatman tried to clear. Hit Quinn. Spatman. McMahon. And Kenny Sansom, aware that Beardsley was cutting off the back pass, wise enough to go the other way and force Houghton to put the ball out. Funny when you think people like Sansom and Houghton could be on opposite sides in the European Championship in June. As well as in this match. That was Smith. Worked hard to get that, Alan Smith. And to find a colleague in Sansom. Richardson. Now Spatman. Beardsley. Once his touch wasn't sure, but look how it bounced for him again and how he took advantage. Great run by Beardsley, and John Lukic just got his left hand down. Beardsley made the most of the run of the ball there and hit a shot which Lukic turned away for a corner. Gillespie waiting, Aldridge on the line. And Lukic can gather that one in a little more comfort. He's so instinctive, is Peter Beardsley. When the chance comes, he only needs a split second. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Liverpool lead Arsenal by 1-0. Smith and Quinn combining. Rocastle, not a good ball from him, but he was just nudged there as he released it. It's a free kick. And Arsenal are just showing Liverpool early in the second half that they can't take anything for granted, not that Liverpool normally do anyway. And the Arsenal fans know that they've still got chances here. Steve Williams and Kevin Richardson are the players standing closest to the ball. Now does Williams see a gap there? Well, very nearly. It's a good strike. Well, Bruce Grobbelaar's deputy Mike Hooper is having quite a good spell. He's kept clean sheets in the 2 FA Cup ties, and he has so far today. Happy to see that one go over from Steve Williams. But he seems a calm character. Forward by Winterburn. Spatman and Hayes. Sansom. Quinn. Held by Gillespie. And Williams keen to get on with it. 4 in the middle here for Martin Hayes. Sansom. Good cross. Rocastle. Volleyed away by McMahon, and this is where Liverpool can be dangerous. If Arsenal push players forward, as they've got to do, there's going to be more space at the other end. This is Richardson. Spackman and Nicol both needed there to stop Alan Smith. It's really the sustained pace of the English game which impresses people abroad. Aldridge to Barnes, but it ran more kindly for Winterburn. All very solemn down there. Hansen, Aldridge, Beardsley. Houghton's gone away to the right with Kenny Sansom checking him. Adams. And Whelan was in so quick on Richardson. Aldridge to his right, chance for Liverpool. Aldridge, good save. John Lukic. Textbook stuff really from Aldridge's shot. The goalkeeper narrowing the angle and standing up. Corner to Liverpool. Barnes to take it. Away by Hayes. That was a good save. Don't think you could blame Aldridge because Liverpool built it up with Whelan really, who saw it so quick. Barnes. McMahon. Aldridge. So we've been playing now for an hour. Liverpool still have the edge, but Arsenal have had a say in this opening period of the second half. McMahon. Although one also has to remember that John Lukic has made two very good stops to prevent Liverpool getting what might be the critical second goal here. Quinn. That's meant for Smith. The ricochet favours Houghton. Nobody else on that side for Liverpool at the moment. So he's pausing and had to give it away in the end. Aldridge gets it back though. Spackman. Aldridge. Beardsley. Oh, brilliantly done by Peter Beardsley. Designed to bring any ground to its feet. What can you say apart from pure genius? Beardsley took them all on, went round Michael Thomas, tricked the keeper and made it 2-0 to Liverpool after 61 minutes. Win for Arsenal. And Liverpool would appear to have broken the backbone of Arsenal's resistance. And what a spectacular way in which to do it. McMahon. Free kick. Arsenal just panicking a bit now. Stung by one of the goals to remember from this exceptional Anfield season. Peter Beardsley, whose overall play has been excellent, caps it with a stunning individual effort. Words really not needed to describe a goal like that. It was all there for the crowd to enjoy. Free kick then, which Barnes will take. Short to Beardsley, looking for Houghton. Oh, well played Gillespie. This is Houghton. Beardsley, let it run to Barnes. Oh, and he nearly got through. They're turning it on now. This is now Liverpool's scene. They're 2 up. And the passes are just slotting in one after the other. And I tell you what, we saw a great goal by Barnes here earlier this season on Match of the Day against Queen's Park Rangers. Watch this from Beardsley. I think it's possibly even better. Vintage stuff. Well, have Arsenal got enough left in the locker to stretch Liverpool yet? The Cop are shouting champions, and nobody is going to argue with that. Winterburn. Smith and Quinn coming in, hit the post, and away by Whelan. Arsenal are not finished. And Niall Quinn proves the point, and unlucky. Came in on the blind side, and that was a good effort. He got in there between 2 players and hit the post. Corner to Arsenal. Smith. Well, Arsenal are left now asking themselves the questions that so many visiting teams have asked here this season. How do you stop this club's prolific run and a burst of goal scoring by Liverpool that we really need to refer to, because of the way they're going, they might even get to 100 league goals. Foul by Rocastle on Nicol. Barnes. Here's Nicol. Aldridge in the middle, it's dangerous again. Goodness me, there were 2 against 1. Adams had to win it. Holding, but nothing given. This is Hansen. Barnes. Rocastle. Some of the speed at which these passes are being made is bewildering. No wonder one goes wrong occasionally. The Cop are in great voice today. They seem to me to have taken on a new lease of life themselves this season, in keeping with Liverpool's astonishing run that now looks like going to the 23rd game. The crowd has been confirmed at 44,294. That's effectively a full house. And if you want to come and see a match at Anfield nowadays, as the captain would endorse, whoever you are, you've got to ask very early for a ticket, or else come very early to stand on the Cop, because there's just no room. Barnes. Beardsley. Winterburn did well to stop him then. But he wanted to, oh, it's from behind. It seemed unfair because he came in behind him, Beardsley, although he did touch the ball. And the referee penalised him. Beardsley, whose goal will be talked about certainly for some weeks to come. That was the sort of classic football which he can produce, such good, neat control which will serve England hopefully so well in the European Championship in Germany in June. We do, it seems now, have quality players up front in Beardsley, Barnes, of course, and Lineker. Beardsley's bothering them again. Fouled by Michael Thomas. Beardsley was going to get away from him, there was no doubt about that. And referee Karen Barrett, for the first time, has gone to the notebook because there was a touch of gamesmanship there without a doubt. The youngster was going to be outpaced by a player who is at the top of his game. Yellow card, Michael Thomas. And Arsenal beleaguered again here. Whelan and Houghton are waiting here, and Whelan finds McMahon, who gets them all wrong. Well, I should imagine on a day like this, even if you're on the Liverpool backroom staff, and they never take anything for granted, it must be a joy just to sit there and watch the team play. Sanson. Oh, nicely turned on to Rocastle by Hayes. That wasn't a bad pullback, but the three players in the middle have gone further in. Rocastle, still three waiting. And Hansen concedes the corner. Arsenal showing a stubborn spirit. Adams is coming up for the corner kick. Hayes on the goal line. Over Adams' head to Sanson. Back in again for Quinn. Well, it should be said that Niall Quinn hit the post, and bear in mind there was one off the line in the opening minutes of this half. Oh. You can just sit here and almost purr at the way Beardsley caresses the ball. This is Houghton. McMahon. Gillespie knows when to come forward. Didn't get the return pass. He also knows he's got to get back now. Rokas. Williams. Bit of space for Arsenal here maybe. Richardson. But not for long. Spackman. .15 minutes to go. Liverpool lead 2-0. Barnes. Beardsley. Whelan not played quite properly into the path of Nickel there. second goal may have killed off Arsenal. They're going to make their second substitution. David Rocastle will come off, perhaps with Wednesday in mind. The Woods Cup tie away to Sheffield, and Perry Groves, whose introduction as a substitute in the Little Woods Cup final was contributory to Liverpool's defeat, is now on here at Anfield. He made the second Arsenal goal that day for Charlie Nicholas. He's got some pace, number 12. Williams rolled past Hayes. Had a good match, the number 6 for Liverpool. Very steady. So Arsenal's long run without success at Anfield looks like continuing now. Nicol. And even at this stage of the afternoon, 2 goals up, Liverpool working extremely hard to make life difficult for the opposition. Spatman. Gillespie. Just going back to that worldwide audience for this match, I wonder what impact that Beardsley goal will have when it's seen in all the other countries, especially across Europe, where he's going to be one of our brightest hopes for the summer. They'll look at that goal and think, well, goodness me, English players used to be accused of lack of flair. Not in this case. Free kick to Arsenal. Quinn and Smith still jogging about there, looking for a position to latch onto a high ball, dropped in by Winterburn. Oh, and a chance for Smith maybe, but Hooper saw the danger. Smith. Ten minutes to go. And Craig Johnston perhaps will get a few minutes. Kenny Dalglish has tended from time to time to give his subs a run in the closing stages of matches. Certainly Aldridge has done a lot of running this afternoon. Quinn, Hansen, Whelan. You can just sit here at times and admire the way Liverpool pass the ball, and also the understanding which goes on all the time between their forward players. But here's Perry Groves on the break for Arsenal, who've refused to lie down, let that be said. Groves again, Quinn. Good turn by Niall Quinn. But it's so neat. Beardsley with Thomas. McMahon. Groves. Offside, Smith. Well, as we reflect again on this incredible run of Liverpool's, with match 23 looking as though it's going to be won, Leeds United's record gets ever nearer. They went 29 matches from the beginning of the season in 1973-74, and Liverpool would only have to go 6 more games after today to equal that, it would seem. Hansen's goal line clearance, still in a way a turning point in this match for all that. Score at the time was 1-0. Forward by Nicol. Played. Michael Thomas showed really good skill coming out there from the back, and that's going to be a free kick. Smith was fouled, but Thomas showed a lot of composure there. Adams has gone forward again to the far side. Smith is there with him, so is Quinn. Adams is up high. Hansen header cleared to Beardsley. Accused of backing in. They're looking for Quinn. He seems to have kept the ball in there, Niall Quinn. Adams is there. And Arsenal created a chance out of almost nothing there. Liverpool almost stopped playing, thinking the ball was going to go out on the far side, and it didn't. Niall Quinn retrieved it, and Tony Adams just glancing off his head there. He had a couple of efforts, though, in the Liverpool penalty area today. And we enter the last 5 minutes. Away by Gillespie. And Aldridge and Thomas. And Aldridge has just about found Beardsley. They've got 2 others up now. Houghton's to his right. The little ball lofted in for Ronnie Whelan. Wow. Whelan got a bit mixed up there, but the ball that Beardsley played to him was a joy in itself. Beardsley at times is running things in that number 7 shirt, somewhat similarly to the way Dalglish often used to. Look at that little ball in there, but Whelan, stretching, lost his balance. But he's so nimble and he's so inventive. Nicol. Groves challenge. Free kick to Arsenal. Forward by Williams. Quinn. Here comes Hayes. Spatman in the right back position, flags up for a free kick against Martin Hayes.
This is a police message for the Arsenal supporters. If you remain in position at the end of the game, you will be escorted back to your transport. Thank you.
Offside.
And the owner of Ford Escort E451AON for the P3 right away.
Not much joy here then for Arsenal. They've kept plugging away, I must say that. That's Richardson, and here's Perry Groves. When called upon, the goalkeeper who foiled Groves there has looked pretty compact. Mike Hooper. Here's Barnes. Well, that's the sort of commitment you're talking about when you sometimes discuss Liverpool's approach to things. Smith beaten by Spackman. They won't relent even now, but Arsenal too have made it clear they want to press right up to the 90th minute. It's been a good, firm, hard game without ever getting out of hand. There's some decent football played, and we've got a couple of minutes left. Aldridge heading it on. Smith. Promising run. Slight deflection on that shot, and again Hooper. Nice and tidy from Alan Smith this time. It wouldn't be fair to say that Hooper's had nothing to do. Far from it. Arsenal have managed several strikes at goal. We're in the last minute of the match. Looks as though Hooper's going to keep another clean sheet, and he's certainly made a contribution towards Liverpool's defensive play today. Helped by the post on one occasion, by Hansen on another, but all that having been said, Liverpool have just seemed to have that extra touch of quality where it's mattered, and Arsenal won't get the free kick taken like that. Williams takes it. Quinn's in there again. Busy down that right-hand side. Kenny Sanson wanting help. It came via Hayes and Adams. Here's Richardson. Even now, Aldridge is cutting off the back pass. Liverpool working in the 90th minute. One of their great fortes. And that goes down as match number 23. For Liverpool, unbeaten, 18 wins and 5 draws now, and Peter Beardsley, whose birthday it is on Monday, will be 27. He'll get a few birthday cards from the Copites, I would think. One of the great goals of the season, enjoyed by a huge worldwide audience. Liverpool's performance still touching heights of quality that Arsenal couldn't reach, despite the fact that Arsenal made a stubborn bid to stay in the match in the second half.